At 9.
Hailing frequencies are open.
And we're live just in time. We've just been sharing our ages, everybody, backstage here at Hailing Frequencies. What joy and what fun. And I'm keeping quiet because I'm fucking old. So welcome, everyone, to Star Trek Livingstone, the Medifia Star Trek Adventures game here live on the channel. I am your GM, and do you know what it says? Actually, I'm Alastair. I'm not Alastair. Let me sort that out very quickly. There we go.
I'm Alastair.
No, I'm Alastair.
That's my wife.
I am.
He's not Alastair. He's a very naughty boy.
Stu. And with us we have, in the captain's chair, Captain Alan Wagner, Alastair.
It's me, for real this time. Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Excited to be adventuring in the world of Star Trek again. I was saying to Stu before we started that I'm fearing the end of Picard, so I like living in the knowledge that Livingstone will carry on after that's come to an end.
Yeah, absolutely. Our first officer, executive officer, Commander Eelin Wraal, Ed, is with us.
Hello.
We have our Counsellor, Chief Zankir Gronnahk, Chris.
Greetings from the netherworld.
Or America, as it's...
Or America, as it's, yeah. They prefer America. They don't like it when I call it the netherworld.
Yeah, they don't like it when you call them Merkins either, but, you know.
Well, you know.
That being a pubic wig. We have Dr. Bosh, Matt, with us.
Well, hello.
And we have in the science and engineering sections at the moment, Lieutenant Commander Davok, Amy.
I think we established I'm firmly in the science chair again.
Firmly in the warp core.
Yeah, that's where I live.
Well, so far in the game, sort of reviewing back all the notes, I think Davok excels at violence and medicine.
Davok excels at a lot of things, really. When he puts his mind to something, he can become quite good at it.
Davok excels at violence only when directed towards himself.
Yeah, and maybe someone else, but I haven't been around for a while, so it's fine.
Excellent, excellent. So and hello to our viewers as well, and hello Captain Quinn there in the chat. Yes, I saw your tweet about Roll20. No, we don't use it for this particular game, but thank you for the heads up. In fact, I only just found out today that Star Trek Adventures is on Roll20. I use Roll20 for my social games. Did any of you know?
I didn't know. I've used Roll20 a little bit, but I know there's so much more you can do with it. I just haven't. I find it very confusing.
It's a bit of a rabbit hole of getting into. You can
looking at sort of dynamic lights and other bits and pieces. As I said, I think before I use Tailspire, which is a 3D version, which is quite good.
I have a habit of whenever I pick up a new roleplay game book, I'll read through the rule book and then I'll go to Roll20 to see if the character sheet is there and run through character creation. So I did that years ago when I first picked up the SDA book. I went through and built a character in Roll20 to get the hang of it.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. How are we feeling about having completed the adventure last time, Border Dispute?
Pretty surprised, actually.
Yeah,
we did surprisingly well.
Yeah, we seem to tick most of the boxes off, and apart from, I mean, Reggie's still not very pleased with his performance, but he's very self-critical.
Reggie's fine. He shouldn't be so hard on himself.
I know. I tell him that all the time.
So what's the crew's take on what actually happened then? Because obviously as GM, I know what actually happened. I want to know what you think actually happened.
I thought it was definitely it was definitely a Romulan ploy to cause hassle. It's always a Romulan ploy to cause hassle. As long as there's some sort of, they always need to rattle the sabers along the border somewhere, just to remind everybody that they're there, even when they're invisible.
I don't know.
It wasn't for these pesky Romulans.
I still think there was something dodgy with the ship, or because it wasn't a particularly new ship, was it?
The Nightingale.
Yeah.
Not especially, no. Although we didn't establish how old it is.
But it's always one of those things that if they're trying to steal it, it must have had something interesting on board. And if it's an old ship, they've probably got all that information, so it's got to have been something.
Maybe like our ship.
Yeah,
maybe like our ship.
Maybe they wanted to drag something else in. All this. They want all the secrets. They want the things behind the doors that we can't get at anymore.
Well, we'll have to wait and see if there are ramifications, because of course the
ramifications.
Ramification. Oh dear.
I'll go.
That's good. I like that one. I'm impressed. You've clearly been awake far longer than me. In fact, I've just woken up from a nap. So yeah.
Naps.
I remember that.
Was that before you had kids?
Yes, 2013, I think it was.
Oh dear. Well, shall we get back into the game, because there is a new mission awaiting you.
Don't we get a holiday or a break?
I put in for leave, but it was refused. It's summer.
We're going to Risa.
Oh.
Where's my malfunctioning holodeck episode? Yeah.
There's no way that we all put leave in at the same time, that the captain will give us all leave at the same time. It's like, I don't know, one of you off.
I did find a completely off the tip, but I did find a print file for one of those. Is it Hogarth? From Risa, the little statuette things.
Horgon.
Horgon, but I haven't managed to get it to print properly yet.
How big is it? I mean, the Horgon, obviously.
Well, if I could get it to print properly, because of my printer, I can probably get it to print the size of your head, so actual size.
Oh.
It's just a bit weighty. It wasn't sticking to the build plate, but that's a tangent and boring stuff for everyone else. But yeah.
I know someone who would want one.
Yes, put me down on the list as well, please.
Yes.
If I can work out to hollow it, but yeah.
If you put it on display, we all know what you're seeking.
Demageron.
And presumably customers for print files.
Yeah. a new pack of resin. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, definitely put me down for one of those, Matt. Anyway, shall we? Because I've been trying to find one. Seriously, I've been trying to buy one for over a year. Trying to find one online. Can't find them. So maybe there's a market there.
I have seen some other ones that are done, but we can talk about that as and when.
Okay. That's a conversation to be had. So, shall we throw ourselves back into this game? And
Yeah.
Let's start, as we often do, with the log.
Counsellor's log. Stardate 57386.4. Having returned from a relatively successful mission to the neutral zone in order to rescue a Federation science vessel that had inadvertently gone off course, they've been fired upon by the Romulans, stranded there. The humans have a saying, "Nothing is bloody simple," and this rang particularly true in this case. It turned out that there was a Romulan agent aboard the Nightingale who had sabotaged the navigation system. To what end we are left uncertain, as he managed to get away before being properly interrogated. Ready for some rest and relaxation, we return to Narendra Station, only to find we're being sent off once again into the Shackleton Expanse. This time to find a runabout class vessel that went missing some time ago, the Susquehanna, which I think I'm pronouncing correctly. I must also find a moment to speak to our first officer discreetly, about the Klingon security officer assigned to us. Section 31 has given me some information that I feel he will want as soon as possible.
And that brings us nicely back into the game. So, Captain, you've been issued your orders. Your new security officer has been given quarters aboard the ship and left to settle in. What would you all like to do?
Davok is skipping.
I would like to pull the first officer aside as soon as possible. Commander, if you will, it's been a while since we've had since you've been in for a session. If you wouldn't mind, if you have time now.
Yes, I do, Counsellor. Let's do that now. Always a pleasure.
Very well. Get in, shut the door, make sure all of the privacy screens are up.
Cone of silence.
Yep. I have managed to secure some communication with Director Bashir. He let me know that our new Klingon security officer. Well, I now know what happened to First and where she has gone.
Oh, where's First?
She is our new Klingon security officer.
Right. I'm assuming that someone has had some pretty impressive surgery. I know that Bashir is with a scalpel.
I'm sure. I didn't ask too many questions, but
no.
When he tells you something, it's usually true.
Yeah. Don't ask, don't tell. I think that's fairly safe to say. Right. Okay.
He also let me know that he had a request for you, that he is growing impatient on your response.
Okay, that's good, because I'm going to let him wait a little while on that.
You're a brave man, Commander.
Well, put it this way, he can always come and ask me in person. He's done so before.
Very well. And while I've got you, I've been talking with the captain a little bit to try and ascertain his malleability. What's your judgment on the captain? Based on we've spent a bit more time with him so far. While he is a very rigid man, I believe he could be talked around to the greater worth of what we propose. I do not think it will be an easy conversation, however.
No, I don't think that's a conversation I'm quite happy to have yet. I think I still need to speak to Director Bashir about that. I'm still very, very uncertain and uncomfortable with sharing more than we need to, because as you know, we've overplayed our hand a little in the past, and it's not got us anywhere good.
Agreed. I do believe a level of subtlety is required now, yes.
Discretion is definitely needed. However, our current, who knows what any given mission might unlock in terms of the potential for bonding with our new captain, newish captain, current captain, our captain.
Yes, yes. Though don't call him the current captain. I think he may take offense to that.
He's a captain. Yeah. The current incumbent, we're just waiting for a next one. I can see how he is wearing red, isn't he? Yeah. I heard that.
Anyway, I shan't take any more of your time. Just wanted to get those points across.
That's fine. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Zankir. As always, your insight is greatly valued. And how did Director Bashir contact you? Was he just sending messages that I'm not copied in on?
I have my own methods of getting messages through secure channels.
Excellent, excellent. As you know, I did try and leave some hints and clues just in the logs, bearing in mind that I'm pretty certain that he sees and hears everything that goes on this ship. So if I need to contact him, I'll either go through yourself or I'll just make sure he can hear what we're saying.
Absolutely.
He's probably heard this. In which case, he's a splendid doctor and an excellent...
A fine man.
A more than reasonable darts player.
Kingdom of Heaven as well. Fantastic.
And my axe.
If there's nothing further, Mr. Zankir, I'll leave you to your day and I'll return to the bridge.
Absolutely.
Before I or us on this too much, though, of course, why wouldn't the first officer speak to his counsellor? And with that, I duck under the cone of silence, unlock the door, and head back to the bridge.
Exit the zone of truth. Yeah. Excellent. Captain, what are your orders?
Meanwhile, on the bridge, I could time this so that Commander Wraal walks through the door and I say, Commander Wraal, right on time, let's lay in some coordinates for the last known position of the runabout and engage.
Excellent, will do so. And I'll take my seat at the helm, and I take it that we've been sent that. And we'll lay in the coordinates and a course heading accordingly.
Roll titles.
Yeah, indeed. Well, they've already rolled, but yes.
I know, but they should also get
at the start and then get into it, do we?
Okay, so as we get into the game, just a quick reminder, because we are starting a brand new adventure, you start with no momentum. I, however, start with 2 per player.
Oh, I'm not here.
10. Oh, not momentum. Sorry, threat. So I start with 10 threat.
6 threat? No, there we go.
It's no good hiding in the warp core there, Davok. So let's see if we can get you some momentum. So did I hear right? So I was slightly distracted by the bot. So is the plan to head to the last known location? Did I hear that correctly?
That seems as good a place as any.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, Con, let's have a reason and con assisted by the ship's computers and con. Difficulty 0.
Oh,
Just see double 20s.
stop eyeing up my dice like that, Davok. It'll go wrong. Someone else can do for the ship. I will need a...
I can do with a lovely shiny gold dice for the ship.
Oh, yes. A reason
yes.
con 13. And... Oh, look at that. A 5 and a 6. 2 successes.
What do we need for the ship?
For computers and con, it is 15.
Then I got a 13.
Yay! So you get yourselves a nice chunk of momentum. 3 momentum.
That's nice.
Indeed. Wraal, you plot your course and head off into the Shackleton Expanse, into the depths of the Expanse. Now you're not having to worry about the subspace distortion fields from a ship's navigation point of view, thanks to the program that was written by Davok to detect and evade. So that's all good. In fact, you can choose how close you or how much distance you can put to any distortions that head your way. Obviously, the greater the distance, the more it's going to take extra time.
With Captain's permission, I think I can cloud surf past these distortions and cut off a bit of time on our journey.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you're getting quite up close and personal with the distortions. Oh dear. Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds whilst I send someone a discreet message on Discord.
I'm getting
no.
Someone put Davok in shackles.
I'm not asking Reggie to do it.
There
He
we
simply
go.
won't.
Message sent.
I don't know whether that's the best course of action, Wraal.
Davok, you wrote this program, is it not?
Yes,
is it not
yes,
reliable?
but the program is so you identify these places and not go near them, because I am hearing some chatter.
Are the voices talking to you through your ears again?
They are indeed.
And how's your eyeball doing? Can you see them?
I don't know whether I should be offended by that. Can I see anything?
We should put
Yes, you can see
we should
offences
have
every
built it so you
turn.
can see anomalies.
Maybe we did.
Well,
Really?
we have unlocked one special ability in the eye. Dr. Bosh, have you decided what that special ability is?
I have now. Because this is all subspace distortions, or am I just...
It is subspace distortions, indeed.
So yeah, the eye can translate those subspace distortions into visible spectrum of some flavour.
Oh, green wibbly wobbly thing in space.
Pretty much.
Well, in fact, it is indeed. You do get a subtle haze, Davok, because you're not actually in the distortion. You're only skirting it as you're flying along. You do get a subtle haze. It's kind of like if you were to combine purple and green.
Grapple.
Grapple.
Though you're saying
we
it's
have a
kind
name
of a
for it.
purple haze.
It's not clean at any point.
That's new.
Based on Davok having his voyage to Trip Out City on the science station, I'm going to steer a little further away from them. In fact, Captain, we're going to actually give these a wide berth, especially after what happened last time.
I'd like to keep my other eye, please.
But there's so many possibilities.
And I'd also like not to be quite such an enemy of the entire Klingon Empire like last time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan, Commander.
My defense, that Klingon captain was rubbish. As was the entire crew. I will fight them all.
Mr. Davok, do you feel you might benefit from being in the good doctor's presence at the moment?
If we go away and it calms down, I'm sure I'll be fine. So I'll immediately notify anyone if it gets any worse.
Okay, you sing out if you're getting any more hazy, Davok, and I'll keep maximum distance from them. So if there's two, we'll go right down the middle to keep away from most, even if it takes us a bit longer. I will replot trajectory, Captain.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Okay, and as you move further away from the distortion, indeed the purple haze and the other thing goes, Davok.
That's good.
But it is going to take additional time. What would you like to do en route? You reckon it's going to take a good couple of hours?
Okay. Can we get a crew manifest of the Susquehanna and see how many was on board it and who they were?
Yes, you can. There were 4 Starfleet officers on board, all members of a science team.
No one.
What were they sciencing?
So yeah, no one. Yeah, we have. Does it show their mission?
To study the subspace distortions.
Have they uploaded any research?
No. Basically, the Susquehanna went into the Shackleton Expanse, and that was it.
How long ago?
Probably a couple of months ago.
Do we know what they were tasked with?
Studying the distortions. That's it.
Who tasked them?
At Narendra Station.
Okay.
This was before they knew how destructive the subspace distortions could actually be.
Did they have any Vulcans on there?
No. No, it was all humans. All 4 of them were humans.
And all we've got is their last known, or the intended location, or we have a last known.
Yes. Yes, they filed a flight plan, which is what you're now following.
All right. Well, I don't think I can do much until we get there. Then I can do some scans.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Such scanning will be had.
Anything anybody else would like to do?
I am. Oh, go on, you go, Matt. I'm going to excuse myself from the bridge and take a walk over to my ready room and discreetly tap my comm badge to sickbay and Dr. Bosh and say, "Hello, Dr. Bosh, are you there?"
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Davok seems to have had a psychic disturbance of some sort on the bridge owing to phenomena we're passing. Could I request that you monitor vital signs from Mr. Davok and just report if anything unusual shows up?
Yes. Has anything unusual showed up? My plan was... No, that was to Stu, sorry.
To Stu, yeah.
So, I mean, space is unusual. You're in an unusual region of an unusual space.
I meant with her vital side, like things completely. Because what I was about to say that I was doing was I was working on the uplink to Davok's eye, so I already was monitoring Davok's kind of vitals because I happened to be checking. Like I was working on the next set of things to.
Have you got access to my eye?
No,
sight?
Of course not.
I feel like this is some sort of breach of something terrible.
It's an HR incident waiting to happen.
Yeah. Does Starfleet have an HR?
And they will do.
Not when you're in section 31. It's fine.
Yeah, so I was already. My plan was to be at a screen with Davok's sort of vital and just working on it. Spending the time I need to start unlocking the next thing.
I got you. Okay, so yes, there was a minor elevation in the psychic center of Davok's brain, an increase in the neurotransmitter, which I always forget the name of, that deals with
Hippocampus.
Shatner's bassoon.
Yes, hippocampus is an area of the brain, but there is a particular chemical that is a neurotransmitter stimulus.
I will ask my
I've forgotten.
Medical input nurse.
Yes, Dr. Bosh, you should know this.
Oh, that'd be Nurse Google.
Nurse Mabel, was it? Mabel?
Nurse Ask Jeeves. I'm showing my age there. But yes, there was a slight elevation there. You've seen bigger elevations with Davok. Quite a few times. But yes. Certainly not to dangerous levels.
Well, so I'll refer that back to Captain. I for reasons had Davok's information to hand quite quickly, and there's minor elevations, but not to what we saw before.
That's good news, Dr. Bosh. Keep you posted. I'll be on the bridge.
Aye, sir.
And with that, I will return to the captain's chair and ask for a progress update on how close we are to our coordinates.
We're following the Susquehanna's flight path, sir, so we're scanning ahead as we go.
About 5 minutes closer than the last time he asked.
Oh, right.
Are we there yet?
Have you just put on the bridge? Are we nearly there yet? Right. I will turn this ship around.
I said warp 9, Commander. Warp 9.
Okay. So yeah, the rest of the journey continues. It's fairly uneventful. You do find yourself heading towards a large region of subspace instability.
Uh-oh.
That seems to be where the Susquehanna went.
Oh.
Can I do some scans?
You can. What would you like to scan for?
The ship that we're looking for. What was the name?
Husqvarna.
The Susquehanna.
I'm not going to remember that.
Husqvarna. Oh no, Husqvarna's are motorcycles, isn't they?
Missing runabout.
So, is what I got out of that. So,
Susquehanna.
Susquehanna.
Yes.
Okay.
Have a
can
banana.
Scan for them. This is before you enter. So this isn't basically, you haven't arrived to the point that the Susquehanna was going to be. Is where it was going to. You haven't got there yet. That's within the. But you want to start scanning now ahead of time. Yes.
Because we're getting to the distortion, and they might not have got to where they were planning to get to. That's my thought.
Okay. You can give me a reason and science roll, assisted by the ship's sensors and science. At this distance, difficulty 4.
Ooh.
Because it was some months ago. A couple of months ago.
That's my focus in astrophysics. Assist me in not having the distortion stuff affect my scans. Sorry, I'm really reaching there.
That focus will count if you roll under your discipline, yes.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we've got 3 dice. Is it important for me to pinch a momentum?
How have you got 3 dice?
Because I've got one for the ship.
Oh, you're
And I've
rolling
got
for the ship
2.
also. Okay.
No, I'm not rolling for the ship, but that's like a total of 3 dice.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Right, I'm easily confused.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do we think about the
play?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. So 4 dice. All right. Oh, that's not a 1. That's a 7, and that's a 14, which is on the money. So that's fine. So it's 2 and 12. 3 successes.
3 successes.
Who wants to roll for the ship?
Don't everybody volunteer at once.
I already rolled.
Who's good?
Chris can roll for the ship.
I rolled a 2.
Yay!
That's a definite success. That is your 4 successes. Yeah, you managed to pick up, Davok, a very, very faint warp trail, the warp signature matching that of the Susquehanna, and it's heading straight into that distortion field.
Davok fondly pats his science chair. Now he's back where he should be, and passes that information on. I found them, sir. They're going that way.
Oh, so we'll patch that into navigation, and with Captain's permission, we'll continue on direct course to where they are.
I recommend, Captain, that I should excuse myself to sickbay. If we're going straight into the distortion, and I'll take myself down to the medical place.
Number 1, let's go to yellow alert.
I say yellow alert.
Oh, I don't have a yellow alert.
Well, you would if you changed the bulb.
I think we should just go straight to brown alert.
Nobody.
That's the word.
Reggie, keep your fingers off that torpedo trigger. Putting onto yellow.
So just so we're aware of what will happen down in sick bay. In fact, there's a camera angle. Let's follow Davok to sick bay.
Going to
You've arrived. Yeah, go on. You've arrived at sick bay, Davok.
Oh, hi. We're going into space distortion. I thought I'd come down here.
You're not feeling odd, are you?
Oh.
Well, I might do. That's the point.
Well, go and take a seat on. Actually, take a seat at that console there. We can. You can have a look over these schematics of part of your eye and see if there's anything of interest that you wish to work on.
Okay.
I'm not seeing that it's like connection to her vital signs. I'm just showing her schematics of it, so she doesn't know that there's a link.
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, then, up on the bridge, there we go.
Yeah,
Very nice. Very nice.
See, you've been talking to me. I've been distracted trying to sort that out.
So yeah, so up on the bridge, then you're hitting the go button, presumably. Wraal?
Yes, we've been following along the stated flight path of the Susquehanna, and now when we've actually sort of spotted where its trail actually went from last point of sort of registered where it should have been, we're now going to just follow in along it. I'm going to suggest slowing, Captain. I don't want to go ploughing into everything here. So shields up, yellow alert, and we approach cautiously.
I am also going to give an all hands, this is the captain, to any crew member with telepathic abilities. Please note that we're entering an area of space that we believe may be hazardous and possible to affect your behavior. If you feel any such intrusive thoughts occurring, please report them to your superior officer.
Okay. As you head into the distortion field. So you're heading nice and gently, cruising along, following this. It's quite a fragmented trail, but you can definitely follow it. That's not a problem. Davok and Tana Soul, and a number of other crew folk who we haven't established numbers of yet. But Davok and Tana, you're hearing voices. Very similar. Very similar.
Not again.
They are getting stronger.
Shire Baggins.
Yes.
Yeah. Those voices are increasing in strength psychically, obviously, as you head into the distortion field. I will message privately to Davok and Tana what these voices are saying. It's in a variety of different styles.
Are you sure Tana is doing that, given that she is not psychic in any way?
Hang on, am I thinking of
Betazoid, isn't she?
No.
She's Bajoran.
I'm thinking of our Bajoran security officer, aren't I? Not Tana. Who am I thinking of, Alastair?
You're thinking of the Betazoid.
Yeah, Kitus. Yeah.
Kitus, that's it. Kitus, sorry, my bad.
Tana will just think the prophets are talking to her even more.
So,
Yeah, she's always got voices in her head. This will not be a weird thing.
They won't be able to drown out the prophets.
So I've
See, all I've got now is
simplified
thoughts of Amy playing that what was that one with ghost hunting in the school and just suddenly hearing Amy in the background calling voices?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Susan.
Yes.
Susan. Yeah, that was creepier than the rest of the game.
I disagree.
So Davok and Kitus Valor, yes, of course, have their. I've dropped a message. It's a very, very simplified version, but it's to that effect. That is piercing into your brains at the moment. No compulsions, but it's.
I don't feel compelled to blow out one of my eyes, so that's nice.
It's an insistent voice. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and
Commander.
you follow.
Well, I'm noticing some readings of Spike. You're not getting any requests to do anything, are you?
Myself, Doctor?
No, sorry, Commander Davok.
Not yet. What was that? You'll have to speak up.
I do have. We got there's some fabulous paper that I read on Cybertronic arms. If you were looking at other augments. No compulsions to do anything. Okay, forget I asked. We're just monitoring the
Doctor,
situation.
don't let Davok anywhere near any power tools or the doors.
Aye, sir.
Oh dear.
Not look, he limps around. He'll not even stump around with a bionic leg as well. He'll look like Long John Silver.
If you could keep your arm or have a cybernetic arm, what would you choose? I mean, what color cybernetic arm would you choose?
I'd rather keep my arm.
Really?
Yeah.
No accounting for taste.
Skipping rope attachment.
Fancy going for a red one just to confuse people. Yeah. Okay.
I kind of imagine they'd have those old like Nokia. You can change the faces.
Yeah. The Livingstone continues in following the trail, which leads ultimately to a system showing on your chart there, Wraal, as the Seku system.
Seku, S-E...
S-E-K-U.
S-E-K-U. Just a minute.
And just for the record, Stu, Kitus will have filed a report about what he was hearing so that the bridge crew can be appraised of the tone of those messages.
Okay, and that report would presumably go to Reggie at the moment.
Reggie has a report saying that some of the telepathic crew members are hearing voices saying something to the effect of, "Release us."
Oh, that's not very. I don't like that. That sounds a bit suspicious. Actually, Reggie will immediately call the medical. But is Mr. Davok all right? Is he there?
He's fine, Reggie.
Oh, good. Do keep an eye on him. I don't want anything to happen to him again. Took my eye off him last time, and he lost another eye.
Another eye. Never change, Reggie.
I said I wouldn't say that. Oh, never mind. Ignore me. I'll go back to my security duties. Thanks anyway. Keep an eye on him. You sit down, Mr. Davok, sir. Don't you be getting yourself all het up.
What?
Reggie will go back to his worrying reports and pass them on to Mr. Wraal immediately.
Oh dear me. I thought for one moment there it was going to be Reggie was going to report back to the captain what Kitus had said. That would have been funny. Okay, so yeah, Seku system. Here you are. Warp trail has gone.
Dissipates. Okay, that's not there. So can we scan the system and see what we've got? Sort of planets, moons, stars, etc. Or is that already in the database and seems to fit?
No, there's limited information in the database. There's 8 planets in the system. It is a sort of very basic solar system. other than the fact it's in the Shackleton Expanse, it is unremarkable. Two Class M planets. Seku 5 and Seku 6.
So, with 2 Class M planets in mind, Captain, if the Susquehanna has gone anywhere, it would hopefully be to, if they've had any trouble, hopefully they will have diverted to one of the 2 M-class planets as their best hope of setting down or of awaiting recovery.
Shall we plot a course for orbit around Seku 5 and start our scans there?
Yes, that seems reasonable, Captain. Is there anything I can... Obviously, the warp trail has dissipated. Is there anything I can scan to pick up any sort of any impulse trails or any sign of any wreckage or parts floating about in space that have been damaged?
Certainly, you can scan for debris. You can scan for the minerals. Scanning for impulse, no, that's after 2 months.
No, yeah, we're not that close on their tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, you were lucky to get the warp.
Yes. Well, Mr. Davok has...
I'm just very good. That's what it is.
No, we can't do the science stuff without you, Davok. Never change.
Well, you're going to have to try now.
I know. So, can I obviously I can transfer scanning from Mr. Davok's station to my own without having to get up and go and sit in his chair.
You can.
I don't start lasering my own eyes out if I sit in that chair too long.
And you can give me a reason and science, assisted by the ship's sensors and science. And let's have the captain roll for the ship this time. Okay. And this is going to be difficulty 2.
Okay. I will.
Ship got an 11.
Okay, I will. Was it reason and science? 11. Okay, 11s I need also. I've got a 16, and I got, for this story, our first Starfleet symbol.
Yay!
Hey, you get a momentum. Fantastic.
Isn't it difficulty 2? Oh, no, that was 3. Sorry. That was the exciting bit about getting the Starfleet symbol.
You do indeed get a ping of some alloys that would appear to make up a runabout, and also some Starfleet comm badges. Now, you're not getting precise locations for the comm badges due to their size and the interference around, but all of them seem to be coming from Seku 6.
Okay. We've got a positive trace on some Federation minerals and clues, Captain. Seku 6 seems to be the spot to go.
Let's plot an orbit for Seku 6 in that case and see what we can find.
Okay, we'll head there at a maximum full impulse, fast as we can.
Okay, and about 3 seconds later, you are now in orbit around Seku 6.
We're in standard orbit, Captain. I presume we need to try and scan a bit closer and see if we can find anything about the nature of. I know it said Class M, but what sort of planet we're dealing with here? Is it very much like Northern California on Earth, or very much like Southern California on Earth?
You want a geological survey? Okay.
Take a coat.
So you can once again give me a reason and science, assisted by the ship's sensors and science, and I'm going to make this one difficulty 3 because of reasons.
Okay. Well, someone do for the ship.
Amy.
Yes, I've got a 2 and a 5, so I've got 2.
Ooh. The ship rolled a 20.
Oh.
Yay!
No.
As just before the sensors overloaded, you detected that it seemed to be quite a barren sort of wasteland of a planet. However, you were detecting some seams of, was it latinum maybe?
Ooh.
But your sensors have gone down, so you might.
Yeah, I imagine Bosh's ears are twitching, his lobes are twitching already. This close to any deposits of latinum.
Yeah. And Davok's ears twitch as the sensors go. Who's been touching them?
Wraal, have you broken my sensors?
And that seems like a good place for us to take a mini break. So, yes, don't go anywhere, anyone. We'll be back momentarily. Take care for now.
of your
Hailing frequencies are open.
Mine's always east to west, but I dealt southeastern, so
That's kind of like how all roads lead to Rome, right? Similar concept.
Exactly, yeah. Because of course all the major sort of train companies have their main base in one of the main London stations.
Quite right,
Always up if you're heading towards London. Very cool indeed. And we are back live again. So welcome back, everybody. And Chris, you had a message for us, I believe.
Yes, we got carried away in the intro, so we forgot to say Happy First Contact Day to everyone.
Hey, 40 years to go. 40 years to go. 40 years.
We just have to get through a world war first, and we're there.
Hey, it's a good job. That's not completely far-fetched, isn't it?
I know, right?
What a wild idea.
We do this to escape from the real world. Let's not talk about that.
We can kill the Vulcan and steal his ship and all his secrets, and long live the Empire.
And set up a galactic empire. Incredible power.
It's coming. It's coming. Now, I had a question. So we've been talking about, like, you know, First Contact Day, and there's also Star Trek Day, and there's Federation Day, and all these things. And Ed, you mentioned about, you know, I bet they still celebrate May the 4th. So here's a question for all of you: does Star Wars, as a movie franchise, exist in the Star Trek universe?
Oh, it's got to.
Now, before
it doesn't exist in my universe, so no.
Before you answer, I will remind you that the Enterprise has been in Star Wars. More than one Enterprise has been in Star Wars. And the Millennium Falcon was at Wolf 359.
No.
Now,
So,
do you remember Trip used to do movie nights, didn't he? Like with, or they used to arrange movie nights, like old classic films. So I don't see why they wouldn't maybe have some like crazy old science fiction thing about something happening in a galaxy far, far away. I mean, it's where Captain Proton came from.
And wasn't he a take on Flash Gordon? Captain Proton.
Yeah, and Star Wars was basically just, you know, based on an old Flash Gordon serial type.
Was. So drawing inspiration from the same place. Curious.
That's the second time tonight that we've mentioned Captain Proton.
It's going to happen. In fact, I may have to write something.
Did I ever tell you what Captain Wagner's favorite holodeck program is?
Well, we really enjoyed the Sports Day episode, didn't we? So I think that back to Narendra Station and into the holodeck, I think we have to have a holodeck episode. Everyone does.
I'm guessing it would be the Back to the Future holonovel. Wouldn't that be a fun one to do? Yeah.
Actually referenced in Quantum Leap, wasn't it? You've got Marty McFly's almanac here. Love that.
Yes, in a very recent episode of Quantum Leap. That was a lot of fun. So how are we feeling about this adventure so far? You've literally... So give everyone a little peek behind the scenes. So I write lots of notes, and I've got like 2 pages of notes for this adventure. You've hit 1 line of it so far.
Sounds about right.
It was an hour.
So we're ahead of schedule, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think we're doing better than we normally do.
We get our money's worth out of these games.
Planning this is supposed to be like the rest of season 3, so this takes us up till just after Halloween special, and then break in November over Christmas. Start series 4 next January. Great, love that.
Yes. The term one shot must be the most inappropriately named thing ever, I think. How are we feeling about signals so far?
Oh, not great. Not great. Back in sick bay, I'm hearing voices. I've got a weird eye. Just
a kind of like slowly, creepy. Have a little peek type. Yeah, it's like lots of them. It's just like a standard Star Trek episode, isn't it? You follow along, and they show a bit more, and let's see what we got down there. We're going to have to go down there, aren't we? We are going to be going.
I'm not.
I feel like we have a nice false sense of security after that last fairly successful mission, and we're primed for really, really getting
spanked.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the technical
It's not
term I
going
was
to end
looking
well.
Is that the reward for a job done well then?
Yeah. And no good deed goes unpunished in the Federation.
Yeah, no one's going to see that holodeck episode.
Star Trek Knights.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's throw ourselves back into the game then, and yeah. So you're in orbit around Seku 6. You've discovered through your scans that well, looks like it might be the runabout. It certainly seems to have the core materials of the runabout and possibly some Starfleet comm badges as well. However, you've overloaded the scanners in the process. That seems to happen a lot.
Yeah, Captain, we've broken something else on the ship. In my defence, I was doing someone else's job I'm not trained for, and I know that's in the rules right at the top. Do nothing for which you're not trained. So I will be reporting myself to Reggie, the union rep, as a result immediately.
This sounds like a good moment for Wagner to engineering. Tana, are you there?
Hi, Captain. Reading you.
We have lost sensors on the bridge. Can you see what you can do to reinstate them, please?
Oh, right. Yeah, let me just take a look. And Tana will do something to fix that. Yeah, she'll work on it.
She'll work on the sensors. What would you like to do in the meantime?
This is a really sneaky question, but can we send someone to one of the runabouts to turn their sensors on to scan planet?
Hang on. Have we got a runabout in stock? We keep losing shuttles as well.
We're like Voyager.
You don't have a runabout, but you do have shuttles, and they have independent sensors.
Oh, brilliant.
Reggie, you don't look like you're busy at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Can Reggie even open the door on a runabout without breaking it?
I mean, you know what we're like with doors.
I'm not really sure. Not overly good with that. I'll go and have a look, sir. One moment. So, yeah,
Reggie will... officers and doors, yes.
Reggie will hasten. Reggie will hasten to the shuttle bay.
Reggie, take the new security Klingon officer with you. See what you can do together.
Oh, very good. I'll take it. It doesn't stop following me. It's there all the time. I say it because I can't tell. I mean, they've all got sort of beards and long hair, so I don't know which. I don't want to presume.
They're Klingons, not dwarfs.
Still sort of covered in chainmail, covered in armour.
Yeah, are Klingons the dwarfs of the Star Trek universe?
Pretty much.
They're probably more like orcs, right? I would position them more as orcs.
Yeah. Who's the dwarfs then?
Yes, hang on. Oh, just a minute. Just a second.
Sorry.
Tellarites, yeah.
I haven't got paint, but I'll just put my antenna on. There we go.
I don't know. Would they be orcs? Would Romulans be orcs?
No, they're dark elves.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a fair point.
That's technically what orcs are, isn't it?
No.
Twisted elves.
It depends. Honestly, it depends on the.
Yeah, if you're reading Tolkien, yes, but every other fantasy, no.
I mean, I'm talking Tolkien, so.
Anyway, moving on to the shuttle bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wonder why we take so long.
Moving on to line 3 of Stu's notes.
We're having fun. It's fine.
So Reggie is picking up Egan on the way. Is that correct?
Yes. Let's go together. Actually, sidebar onto my notes. They were this Klingon security officer was assigned to us, weren't they?
Yes, from the Defence Force.
Yeah. So essentially, open relationship with them. Nothing is secret as long as the captain. But actually, Reggie will just check that. Mr. Wagner, sir, it's Klingon. Is he all right seeing things, seeing stuff? I mean, I don't have to keep anything secret from him, or like ask him to stand around the other side or turn his back while putting the code for the door.
This is Starfleet, Reggie. You're absolutely fine to share with our new Klingon officer.
Okay, just check it. Don't want to give away the old shop before we start. No problem. I'll do that, sir.
Leave your purchases in your quarters, young man.
So yeah, also, Reggie, it might be wise to call Egan her, as she is female.
Oh.
We don't want to cause any diplomatic incidents here.
Well, to be honest, I was going to say, what rank is it? Because it's only fitting I says by rank. Because obviously, I presume her is an officer.
It's actually a good question.
Any rank?
She's going to be at least a major, isn't she?
You haven't been given one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll ask that. Actually, I might ask that first. Begging your pardon, I don't know much about Klingons and chain of command and everything, but aside from my own, is you an officer or does you work for a living? Reggie eyes up some Union pamphlets in his back pocket, pending the answer to the question.
Do we have? Was that briefed?
You've not. I don't think a rank.
It's not canon.
Make one up.
Looks down at the lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Oh, very good, ma'am. Then you are an officer, and then I get to call you lieutenant or ma'am, if that's all right.
Yes.
Reggie will then. Reggie, more pleased with his reassuring where he sits in the pecking order of the universe now. Well, hasten down to the shuttle bay and grab the nearest working shuttle. I can't remember which one did we come back with.
We happen to know what?
It's still intact.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, you have a number of shuttles, but you've got the two larger ones, haven't you? Well, you had the two larger ones.
Yeah, we broke Shuttlecraft Shaman, unfortunately, but Peak is still intact.
Peak will be the other big one. Yeah, you can go into Peak. You can use the sensors on Peak, no problem.
Okay, Reggie will check with the captain. What is it I'm scanning for?
See if you can get us a lock on those comm badges, Reggie.
Very good, sir. And Reggie will have a go at that with science, I suspect.
It is indeed going to be a reason and science roll. No assistance from the shuttle.
Oh, God.
If you're specifically trying to locate the comm badges, it's going to be difficulty 4.
I think Reggie's just going to do
lots of lovely 3 points of momentum you have.
Okay, Reggie's not going to attempt to pinpoint them. He's just basically going to do scan the planet.
I was hoping when I sent the two that Reggie might get an assist from first on this roll, if possible.
No, do we get
from Egan?
First of her clan, first of her eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
I do have a value that would work for that. I'm presuming the values and focuses are still the same. They've just been.
Yes, absolutely. Go on.
Cooperation brings victory. Victory is life.
Nice. Yes, you can definitely assist. So, yeah, let's have reason and science assist. So that was a value, is that correct?
Yeah.
Which means you can use a...
If you use your point of determination linked to that, you can get an automatic 2 successes.
Oh yeah, if it's a 4, then yeah, I'll do that.
No, you'd use your point of determination, which you get free with every game.
Yeah.
Link it into that value, which you are doing, and
Ah.
it basically gives you 2 successes.
An auto 1, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You don't need to roll any dice.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's 2 successes.
Okay, and Reggie has got himself 1 success with a 5, and no complications, fortunately, with Eelin was a 13.
Okay, so with 3 successes, you can confirm there are com badges.
And can we confirm where they are? Obviously.
You can round it down to the same continent as the runabout.
Good. So they've not gone anywhere vastly different. Fantastic. Okay, I'll pass that on to the captain. Yep. They're not far from the shuttle. They're not far from the crash runabout. So if it is crashed, I mean, it's down there. He might have landed. I don't know. I can't really pick up much of that. Mr. Davok's the one who does that, sir. He's very good at that, sir. I do hope he gets better soon, sir.
Very good, Reggie. And the narrowest margin we have on where the runabout is crashed or landed is continent-wide at the moment.
I can point out that it's in it's on the planet, sir, and it's not in any watery bits. It's on some rocks. Well, it's all a big rock, isn't it? It's one big rock.
To be clear, you've got a location for the runabout, just not specific locations for the com badges.
Oh, right, yeah.
In that case, I will. This will be fun for you. I'll turn to Commander Wraal and say, Commander, are we confident that beaming a search party down would be safe in the environment we're reading down there?
As far as I can see, we've got nothing. We're never very far away from something shimmering into existence next to us, but currently there doesn't seem to be anything on sensors around us, which is the only thing in this system. So we would seem to be nothing. There's no risk. There's no non-risky scenario here, but we should be fine sending an away team down. And I think that the runabout would be a good spot to start.
Just the known unknowns. I see. Are we reading any life signs down there apart from the crew?
Indeterminate.
For sensors being down still?
Yes, I would recommend an armed away team would be best, Captain Wilson. We're not going to just go wandering down there.
I think we might prevail on Reggie and Associate to make another scan so that we know whether we're beaming down to an advanced civilization, an MTM class planet, or a hungry lion right beside the shuttlecraft.
One mythosaur check coming right up.
I mean, I'll say, rather than it just being dogpiling, you're not going to get any more information than you have. However, one bit of free information that Wraal will probably know, beaming down through this would be difficult. Not impossible, but difficult.
So this might be worthwhile. I'm quite happy to take a shuttle down, sir, if that might be easier. Clearly,
can we bring this one back in one piece, Commander?
Well, what I'm thinking though is the more empty shuttle bays we come back with, the better lead we have with Admiral Hubbard to get some new shuttles.
Yeah, Sean, we really
can't
need
keep
them.
crashing them to get a new one.
It's like a teacher's pencil to a teacher, isn't it? You can't get a new one until you bring back the stub of the old one.
Yeah. Number 1, assemble an away team at your leisure and take the shuttlecraft for a closer inspection.
Very good, sir. Actually, I will take. Very good. In that case, I think Mr. Davok better stay here, just for the moment, with greatest respect to Mr. Davok's skills.
Yeah.
And Dr. Bosh, you can keep an eye on Davok from up here. But we'll take our new Klingon associate, and I think we'll also take Reggie. He's very handy. Myself and. I don't know. I think we'll take. We'll take Tana down with us. I think that might be. And if there's broken things down there, an engineer might be of use.
Okay.
Shuttle team,
Tana can hand over
assemble.
the sensors repair to another engineer.
Yeah. Unnamed ensign can start working on the sensors.
Right, so we will, as it's the only working one we got left, we'll take Shuttlecraft Peak and we'll pile in and head down to the planet if that's okay with everyone. Buckle up.
Okay, so Shuttlecraft Peak. I'm writing that down this time, so we know which one it is.
Are we going armed? Did I hear?
I think we might as well just take our standard sidearms. Reggie. Well, Reggie, you're the muscle anyway, such as it is. We can, I believe, if we can spend some. It's either momentum or threats to upgrade Reggie's equipment to a phaser rifle instead, just so we've got a little bit more.
You can indeed. It costs 1 momentum per phaser rifle.
Okay. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Would first be carrying a Klingon disruptor?
Oh, that's a good point. Yes.
Sorry, who?
I don't remember. Martok.
You're not doing a very good job of this.
Yes. I'm going to say yes and a Duktag.
Yeah, the disruptor pistol is decent enough stats on it. Very similar to in fact, it's pretty much similar to the phaser that we're carrying.
With the Type 2?
Yes.
So is it an 8?
Yeah, basically it'd be 3 of, well, it's the number of sort of like attacky dice is your security plus 3 for a disruptor pistol.
Yeah. And its qualities are...
it has vicious 1, which basically it does like more damage. So every time you hit the Starfleet symbol, it does like 1 damage and another damage.
Okay. So you get into the shuttle. Who's piloting the shuttle? Wraal, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. I'm not letting anyone else drive.
Okay, and you plot your course down to the planet. So it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. Hello to Jimin the Great Barrier.
Oh, hello.
Welcome aboard. Yeah, so you head on down the shuttlecraft peak. Remind me which class peak is?
I think it's a type.
He was class of 2004, I think.
Hey. Type.
I think it's a type 6. I think it's a type 6. It's a type 6. It's sort of standard next gen style shuttlecraft.
It is right with the type 6. Fantastic. Yeah, you head on down. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride due to the subspace distortions. And yeah, you break through the ionosphere, head into the atmosphere of the planet, when suddenly the sensors light up.
Nope.
There is a Romulan shuttle that is powering its weapons.
The Romulans.
Right, well, immediately shields up and arm weapons on shuttle.
Okay, going into red alert on the shuttle.
I'm not in the shuttle, so
Let's
stay
see
here
how
nice and safe.
quickly you can do this. Let's have your presence and security roll. And I'm also going to do a thing. This is going to be an opposed roll, basically, to see who acts first.
I've got 2 successes. Presence and security was 14, 12, and 11.
Ooh, and just checking my focuses. No, okay. Your opponent also got 2 successes, so you get to go first, and your first action is to go into red alert, is it?
Yes, basically raise shields and arm the weapons on the shuttle. Take it. You would need to do that. They're not just always
okay. Right. That is your action. Their shields and weapons are already charged. We're going into ship combat with shuttles.
What?
Hey!
Sanity.
Oh my goodness. So this is going to be exciting. So, first off, they are going to fire at you. Sorry, just bear with me. This is going to be weapons and security. So that is, and that's going to be 2 successes, and it's difficulty 2 to hit, isn't it? So that's going to be 5 damage dice against you. Only 2. That will be 4 points of damage against your shields. Your shields for the shuttlecraft is a maximum of 4, however it's resistance 1. So you are down to 1 point of shield. Shield's down to 25%, in fact.
Vicious.
That's much.
And it is your... I mean, the shuttles, man. They're a bit shit. Meanwhile, yeah, let's go to your go here.
Right. Now, normally that would work around various characters who are with us, wouldn't it? So, having taken my turn, that would be someone else's turn?
But that was more to decide who goes first. So.
Oh, right. Okay. What I might do then, either go evasive or just having a look. Yeah, we can evasive or attack pattern. Actually, we're going to go. If Wraal's going to throw the shuttle into a evasive spin. So that's control and con difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's structure and con. And it means that all attacks against the ship increase their difficulty by 1.
Okay. Evasive spin. Now, I've got evasive action here.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a spin. Spinning, that's a good move.
Okay. Yeah, daring and con, assisted by structure and con difficulty 2.
Oh, someone else roll for the shuttle, if you could.
And structure
Not
and
me.
con, I can tell you, is a total of 6 in a shuttle. Nope, let's have Matt do this one.
What's the number I need?
6.
Didn't get it.
Under. No help from the shuttle.
It's okay because I got a 10. I got a 4, which equals my con skill, and I have a focus in small craft.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Handy.
So you gain a momentum, and it is a success.
2 momentum, it's difficulty 1.
Difficulty 2 I've got.
Sorry. My reference card may not be the same as the book then. So what have you got in the book?
Okay. Yeah, daring and con, treachery and con. This is evasive action, isn't it?
Evasive, yeah. Attack pattern is difficulty 2. It says here evasive action is difficulty 1.
Oh, mine says 2.
Okay,
we'll go with mine for now. But you do get a momentum. You're up to 4 momentum. The ship is going to fire again. That is no help from the ship, but 2 successes where they needed 3 this time. They fire, and where you're spinning around and hopefully not sending all your passengers feeling bilious. Yeah. No damage. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Livingstone. So while your sensors are down, you obviously you are able to track the shuttlecraft. It's being fired on by a Romulan shuttle in the atmosphere, though.
Are we close enough to interfere in any way with weapons, shields, or tractor beams?
Could we use the ship to disrupt the Romulan? Sorry, I was thinking about bridge crew.
The Enterprise. To disrupt the engines, you would need the sensors. You're too far out of range for the shields or the tractor beam. Weapons would be a difficult shot, but you can take a shot at the Romulans.
I think we will tell Tactical to stand by and monitor the battle as it unfolds before deciding to take a risky shot with torpedoes or any such.
Okay.
Yes, but we'll go to red alert. Thank you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back on board Shuttle Peak.
Tana,
I did say
Tana would like to regenerate the shields, if at all possible.
Regenerating the shields. Absolutely. That is going to be... where is it? Come on. Here we go. Presence and engineering. Difficulty 3.
Oh, grab a momentum, please do.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
I was going to say, I'm looking at 1.
I'm telling lies. It is, yes, control and engineering assisted by structure and engineering, which I can tell you is a total of 6. Let's have the captain roll for the shuttle.
Right. I am also going to spend a momentum on this.
Shuttle gets a 6.
Oh, a success from the shuttle.
Nice. Oh, there we go. That is... Said control and engineering, right?
Control and engineering, yeah.
That is 3 successes from me.
Oh, blimey. You're now at maximum momentum.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
easy for you to
say. As the Romulan ship fires again.
And so, because I burned a momentum doing that, it replenished 4 points of shields instead of the regular 2 per the... or it replenished that much.
In fact, it replenished 3 because you were only 3 down.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you're back to full.
We're back
you're
up.
Back up to full
back up.
shields. Fantastic. That number appears to have rubbed off. Oh, that's because it's a Starfleet symbol. Fantastic. And a 19 and a fail. Nope, 2 successes then from the Romulans. But the evasive action, because that wasn't maintained, does that fall out, Ed? Am I right?
It's until the flight controller's next action. So as the previous action was engineer, not me, we're still going evasive.
It stands then. Fantastic. Livingston, do you want to do anything?
Shoot these off my back.
We don't want to shoot you, though, number one. Do we?
Oh, you'll never hit me, sir. You're fine. You get that, Romulan.
Yeah. I think you've also taken most of our tactical personnel with you, which leaves us a bit of a loss as to who would actually do the shooting, unfortunately.
Take the shot. Oh, come on, Alastair. You want to give it the fire?
Counsellor, I'm sure you've shot a photon torpedo before, on you.
I'm always willing to give it a go, Captain.
Yeah. Can we see about getting our sensors back online? Have we had enough time for that to be a reality yet, Stu?
So I'll tell you what, as there's now a rush on it. Let's use Tana's figures for this. No, in fact, let's use Davok's figures for this, and Amy can make the roll.
Okie dokie.
Unknown crew member. Let us have a daring and control roll. Sorry, not daring and control. Daring and engineering roll.
A little better.
Difficulty 2.
Okay, I'm going to pinch a momentum for this.
Hope so.
Nope.
Got 2 successes with a 12 and 13.
And issuing the order, we need those sensors back now, damn it, from Captain Wagner. Sensors flicker back into life. Well done, unknown crew member 23.
We'll remember you.
That's
just not your name.
Ensign Mead.
Mead. There we go.
His friends call him Honey.
What does Matt?
So, we're round to Shuttle Peak.
Right, I think it's time for Reggie to take a shot back at them. Oh, I'm dying to. Romulans, I'm done. Can I have a pop up to Mr. Wraal, please, sir? Go on, Reggie. Take a shot.
It really is the kind hearts and coronets of away teams, isn't it?
I mean, I was thinking of Zankir and Tana, as well as the Doctor and the Klingon. I don't think our viewers would have been able to keep up, and we certainly wouldn't. But we'd have had fun trying.
I have a hard enough time keeping Tana's accent up without switching back and forth between the two.
Right, Reggie's going to take a shot with the shuttle's weapons at the Romulan.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
So is that control? No, daring. Daring and security.
It is control and security assisted by weapons and security.
Right.
Weapons and security, I can tell you, is a total of 6. So let's have Chris roll this one.
Okay, and Reggie's going to use a momentum and throw in an extra dice for himself.
Okay.
Got a 5 for the shuttle.
Whoa!
Shuttle helps.
And Reggie gets 1, 2, 3 successes. One of them is a 3, which is below his security, but he doesn't have any focus to make that trigger off. So 3 from Reggie.
3 from Reggie. A total of 4. You're back to your maximum.
It's a security one. I got a talent, but I can't remember what it does. But it's a security one. Does that help?
Okay, well let's hear it. What have you got?
It's collaboration security.
Oh, right.
But that's the one problem with the sheet is it gives me those things, but I have to go searching to try and find out what it is they actually do.
Yeah. Unless you get an editable sheet where you can just put a little like a reminder note, like reroll determinate or reroll conject or something.
I believe
you know what you can do to fix that. Hem.
I believe that what that means is if you call assisting, you get to hand over your security score to somebody else. I think is that right?
You don't have to. You don't have to assist. Whenever an ally attempts a task using that discipline, you may spend 1 momentum to allow them to use your score for that discipline and one of your focuses.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to be assisting. You basically just give them your stats to roll from.
Yeah, as long as we burn a momentum to do it, someone who's around you can. That's nice.
We so little about this game.
We're learning.
Yeah, can we get like a ticker on the bottom that says we're still learning it?
But you've definitely hit the shuttle. The weapons score on the shuttle is 5.
Ooh.
So that gives you 5 dice.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. I've got 1, 2, 3 splats and a Starfleet. So well, that's 4. Can we make it up to a decent hit by burning momentum to increase damage?
Yeah.
You can.
So let's do that.
That's another point of damage. That's 5 points of damage as you knock out the shuttle's shields. And just at that moment, an energy surge emanating from the planet hits both shuttles, knocking the power out.
No.
You're starting to crash.
Tana, I need some power back.
I'm no expert. Well, I guess I am, but that's not good.
Tana, this thing flies like a safe with the door open when there's no power. Please.
Tana will immediately leap to work on fixing the power.
He ever will, but if you're watching this, Sir Tim, sorry.
Imagine this is the one he watches, just this one.
Just to check, Stu, has the Livingstone been hit by the power blast?
No, but you witness it happening.
Can we zoom in with a tractor beam now that we've got sensors back online, etc.?
You'll need to pilot the ship into the atmosphere close to the shuttle as it is falling to the surface, then lock on with the tractor beam. So let's keep this in rounds just for the moment. What will the Romulans do? The Romulans are falling towards the planet. Livingstone, you want to fly into position to try and sort of catch them with... Is that both the Romulans and Peak, or just Peak?
Both if possible.
Both will be much more difficult, just so you know.
In that case, just Peak. Yeah. Sorry, Ron.
Just the Romulans in that case.
Okay. Let's use, as you're diving in here, let's use your stats for this.
Yeah.
Captain Wagner. And let's have a daring and con, assisted by the ship's computers and con, difficulty 4.
This will be pretty hard. I think at the very least I'll need to take a momentum.
Okay.
We can always give Stu threats for another dice.
Any of your values play into this?
And you can buy another dice for 2 momentum as well.
Or can you throw in a point of determination for an automatic dice with a critical success? As Captain Wagner leaps out of his chair and over to the helm person without asking anyone.
So determination needs to match a value applicable to the situation, right? Did I have that right? Yes.
If you can draw upon that value in the situation you're in.
Or challenge it.
I think I would be struggling to justify any of these applying, sadly. So, so we'll take a point of 1 point for a bonus dice. And looking at this, honestly, it might not be the worst idea to spend another 2 for a second bonus dice if we're serious about trying to grab the shuttle. Yeah.
Take it.
Okay, we'll
That's why we got
go
it
for
all.
3 points for 4 dice. Yeah.
Okay, and the ship is 15. Let's have who's not rolled for a while. Amy, roll for that.
That's not wise.
So
What have I got to get
first,
under?
It is from my 15.
first 2 dice are 6s for me, so both of them are successes.
I got a 13.
Okay, that's
And then I've got a 2 and a 14. So the 14 is no good. The 2 is a success, and it's actually under my con skill. And I have a focus that's just called inspiration, which might be applicable here.
You are inspirational.
The bridge crew erupts and whoops and cheers as the commander leaps to the con and
Very good, Captain. Very inspirational.
Yeah.
As you're
Even
not
Wraal looks up through the
inspiring of
top
the
hatch
crew
and goes, "That's
members,
impressive."
I'm going to be the blue meanie here and say sorry.
in that case, I'll have to settle for just a success against the difficulty rating.
You drop the Livingstone into the planetary atmosphere, keeping pace with Peak, heading towards the planet's surface quite quickly. Meanwhile,
Terminally, some might say.
in the shuttle, Livingstone's just dropped him by you, nearly hitting you, but not quite.
Tana's at work getting the power back on.
Okay, now, yeah, there's nothing I can now. Yeah, there's no sort of reaction control system that I can use to sort of stabilize our fall. I take it we are just plummeting until the power comes back on.
I mean, you can. You have thrusters that you can guide with.
I'll try and stabilize. I'll try and stabilize our fall to make it hopefully make it a bit easier for Livingstone to assist.
Because Tana did call trying to repair it, so let's see Tana's. And maybe you might, if there is another round, you might be able to try and stabilize it from there. So Tana, let us have a daring and control roll. Difficulty 4.
Sure about that? You said daring and control.
Sorry. Daring and engineering. Sorry.
I mean, I'll roll. That will be a 19 for me, so I'll roll daring and control if you want.
Yeah. No, daring and engineering, difficulty 4.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take... How many momentum do we have left?
You have 3 momentum.
Oh, right one.
Okay. I do have focuses in both power systems and small craft. So I feel like that will apply.
Either of those would count, but not both.
Yeah. What a shame.
If you want to grab at least 1 momentum into an extra die, if you want to chuck another one in, make sure, or give Stu a threat for another die.
Ooh.
Just hold on to our momentum a little because it is burning. Maybe just hold a little.
Well, I can. Tana has the cautious talent, so I can re-roll a die.
That's yes, with momentum.
Yeah. All right, here goes. 3 dice.
Keep buying 1. Okay.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. Profits guide our hand.
Daring. You said daring and engineering, right?
Yes.
So that's a 12. I got a 3, a 9, a 3, which is below my engineering, so that's 2. A 9, which is another 1, and I'm going to re-roll this 17. It's 14. That's not enough.
Oh,
Ah.
I only got 3.
Oh! And I'm going to be really harsh and say this electromagnetic pulse really done a number on the engines. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the Romulan shuttle is trying to steer their way towards a controlled crash. Let's see how well they do on that. Okay. They're doing their thing. Livingstone.
Can we engage a tractor beam?
You can try and engage your tractor beam.
This is maybe something that we might have Mr. Davok stand near a control panel for, because whilst I'm okay at piloting, I think I'm going to be struggling to pass rolls to engage tractor beams, unless you're about to tell me that it's very easy to do.
What kind of role is tractor beam? Is it a security thing?
It is.
Because Zankir is not terrible.
Actually, I had thought it was engineering, so maybe I am still the best. I've got 3 in security, so yeah.
So Zankir, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay. I guess the captain can keep a hand on the controls for this one.
Be inspirational. Okay. Do a speech before you do this time.
Yes, anything you'd like to say before this, Captain?
Points, yeah. Okay, Stu, what am I aiming for here and rolling against?
So, this is going to be daring and security, assisted by the ship's structure and security. And let's have Matt rolling that. That's going to be 12 for the ship. So daring and security, difficulty 4.
Nothing from the ship.
Crashing shuttle.
How much momentum do we have left now?
You have 2 momentum.
Use it.
Yeah, I think so. 1 point buys us 1 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even with that, I'll be needing to. Oh no, I only get 2 successes if I can match to a focus still, right? Is that right?
That's correct.
So this
That's
isn't
why you
possible
did the
for
speech.
Symbol.
Yeah, this is why you did a speech.
Well, yeah, because we don't even have enough momentum left to buy 1 more dice, right?
You can give Stu a threat for an additional dice.
Do we want to give Stu?
He's always got buckets of threat.
We've got loads of threat. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we've never burnt his threat yet.
Okay, so I'm spending 1 momentum and giving Stu a threat to get that 4th dice to make this slightly more likely. It's still an uphill challenge, though.
And we can't assist during combat rounds, right? So Zankir can't help out with this.
No. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Especially with the urgency of this.
An 11 and a 17, so that's 1 success. And a 4 and a 5, which is 2 more successes, which sadly only puts me at 3 in total.
But I'm inspired.
Well, we're all very inspired up here, I can tell you, Captain.
You're an amazing captain.
The tractor beam shoots out, but due to the instability of the shuttle, where it's falling and not under any control at the moment, just misses by a hair. Peak. What do you want to do? I'm going to say you've got this round, and then you're on the floor.
Okay, I think we're going to need to use braking thrusters and just basically controlled impact, if possible. Because if we don't get the power on, we just hit like a rock.
Okay.
If I can do some sort of navigational cunningness and actually sort of bleed off some of my speed.
Can I attempt to fix the power again? I just realized something I could have done last turn that would have made it a success. Or did I bugger it by...
I'm going to leave this up to your officer. However, if in this round you add the power, next round you'll be on the floor, so you won't be able to do anything with it. Because you need like 2 rounds, one to get the power back and the other one to pull out of the crash. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's up to your first officer.
I think we just need to make the crash as easygoing as possible, rather than crashing a perfectly well powered shuttlecraft into a planet.
Okay. Daring and con.
Oh, good.
Difficulty 3.
Tana starts saying a small prayer to the prophets.
You have 1 momentum.
And
okay. I'll use that last ditch to get 3 dice. Do we get any assistance from the shuttle?
No, because it's powered down.
It's powered down. No problem. So daring and con. 14s we need. And we have a 4, a 14, and a 7.
Ooh.
And with my small craft helm operations, I've also got survival as a focus.
Either of those would apply. You get a momentum back as you pull on the thrusters, and on a wing and a prayer, you just manage to pull the nose up of Peak as it slides across a rocky surface, grinds to a halt. You hear the screaming above you from the Romulan shuttle heading close to your location, and the screaming of the Livingstone heading nose first, full pelt towards you. And that's where we're going to leave it for this evening.
Yeah. Isn't there a reason why they build starships in space?
Captain, what
I think the Defiant class is small enough to go into atmosphere.
Oh, is it?
Right?
Okay. I was a bit worried about that. I will be honest. Can we go in there?
Even though this is bigger than a standard Defiant class, it's still you can
okay, that's good.
Just because it can doesn't mean it should.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
See, since when did Dr. Bosh live by those words?
Oh, dear me.
Well, we're still alive for now.
Are we on line 2 of your notes yet, Stu?
We're on. We're halfway down the first page.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Progress. We did things.
Doing good. So yes, the shuttle is in one piece. You scratch the paint off the bottom of it, I've got to say. But in one piece and on the planet.
It's okay, we can crash into you and blow everyone up. Start the next time.
Yeah, landed on by a Defiant class.
Well, we will keep it in rounds when we start the next game, just to see what happens. But there we go. Woof! I feel stressed after that.
That was tense.
Yeah.
Excitement. Well, thank you.
Yes.
There was a wigwam and a teepee, Stu. It was 2 tents.
I like that one. I haven't heard that before.
Like when I went to the doctor and said, I feel like a pair of curtains, he says, pull yourself together.
That's what Zankir says to everyone who walks into his surgery anyway, isn't it?
Yep.
Stop being quite so mad.
No, he's just got it on a sign behind his desk. He just points to it.
Yeah, you're probably mad. Live with it.
You don't have to be mad to work here. No, wait. Yes, you do.
Actually, yes, you do.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully we'll be around in a fortnight's time for everyone. In the meantime, there'll be other videos coming out on the channel, so you don't want to miss those. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, that notification icon, so that you know when we're going live, when videos are coming out, and all that good stuff. In the meantime, have a very, very happy first contact day. Somebody's dropped a clanger. Matt? I heard that.
I think I just landed on a pile of clangers.
Oh, not the clangers. Like, what was that? It was the clangers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The clangers.
And the soup dragon, although I'm definitely not old enough for that.
I am. Anyway, on that note, just remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old.
You lose marbles and nobody plays with you.
Yes, something like that.
What rule is that? Like 512?
Yeah. 513, you were close.
Live long and prosper, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.